Hello there. I got away with it. So I don't know if you can read it on the right hand side there. It's not quite clear enough, but I'll read it aloud. Parma board provide cash injection. The board have invested 70 million into the club in order to allow the club to comply with financial fair play rule regulations things. I'm an awful person. Sorry, headphone users. Let's get straight into it. If you're enjoying the series, drop a like now. Intro. So yeah, the chairman, the board have said it's 70 million. Stop messing it up, and I've gone, all right then. So now all of a sudden we're in the positive. I shouldn't be allowed this privilege to continue managing due to the fact I tried to run them into the ground. All this really means, folks, is that when the end of the season rolls round and we get given another 15 million, I'll be spending it all, knowing that they'll back me up in about December. So let's have a look what's been going on since we last met. It was the Cagliari game. Since then, Fiorentina 2-2, decent result. A 4-0 win against Feyenoord in the Europa League, a 4-0 win against Atalanta, and a 2-0 win against Sassuolo. So as you can see, since the start of the season, where our form was not good at all, we've picked things up a little bit. Clean sheet, scoring goals. I don't know what to make of it all. Today we have Lokomotiv Moscow in a Europa League group game, Udinese and Roma. Now let's go to the group then, as we're about to play in it. Where is it? We now know after last episode that we're in Group F. So let's make it a little bit more present on screen. So as you can see, we have already qualified, but will we top the group? Now you can see Lokomotiv Moscow not won a game yet, and if that continues, then we will probably finish top of the group. I think goal difference provided, etc. Unless Sevilla go hard on Feyenoord, but it's very close between those two. Very interesting game over there. And how are we looking in the league, Ben? Well, fourth. A place which I'm hoping we can hold on to. Atalanta not too far behind. Inter, Lazio, Milan, obviously some familiar faces. And above, very surprising news, Juventus, although they've only lost one game this season, currently lying third. So, you know what, maybe it's time for a change. Let me look at the top goal scorers, though, and the average ratings. There's one man that is quite clearly standing out. Alberto Seri is that guy. You remember when we started the series? Look back. Look at his stats back then. He wasn't anything special. He's becoming a man under my leadership. And I don't want to take all the credit, because he's put in a shift this season. He's got 8 in 9 in the league. I don't know if he's scored in Europe. Yeah, he's got 1 in Europe as well. I think this is the start of something beautiful. Me and Alberto Seri are going to be here for life, together, forever. So let's crack on. Oh no, before we get there, this is the formation we're going to play today. One thing you will notice is that Sigurdsson nor Honda play in this front three anymore. Salah, do you know what? He's doing better on this right-hand side now. His pace is lethal. And Gomez, just behind, is having a really good run of form as well. So looking forward to using both of them, as you can see there. He's been hitting the high sevens, had a 9.1 at one point. So he's on fire. I think he got a hat-trick, actually, if I recall. Yeah. So let's get into it then. The first game, Lokomotiv Moscow. Lokomotiv Moscow. Say it properly, Benny. Show some respect. Yeah, so final group game of the Europa League. Can we finish top of the table? So, let me start off with a thank you to all the people that left comments yesterday. Most people were suggesting 2D over 3D with 3D highlights. So, we'll put them on because, you know, it's what you wanted and I'm here to make you happy. We're starting off with a highlight. Let's stay with it. So, he's knocked it in. Guarin, I'll tell you, we've switched that role up a little bit. He's playing slightly further forward as an automatic midfielder. So, he supports the attack, gets back and defends, and he's been fantastic for me. 1-0 Parma. And because we've put 3D replays on, let's enjoy the goal. There we are. I enjoyed it. Gomez now, playing it forward to Seri. Seri's onto it. Can he find a forward run? He's giving it back to Gomez, back to Guarin, back to Salah. It's going all over the shop. Gomez, oh, he's in hot form. You'd expect him to finish it. Good save by the keeper, though. Okay, we've picked up an injury. Before we do that, I know we're mid-game, but I'm going to talk about the triangle that we've got going on. Obviously, we've got 3 at the back, 2 just in front. We're now playing with a ballman midfielder and a deep line playmaker all the time. As I say, Guarin's playing as a central midfield on automatic. This has caused us a bit of an issue, though. Storaro can come in. Not played a great deal this season, but I think he'll suit the ball-wielding midfielder role. It's a shame to have to make a change so early, though. Michelangelo Albertazzi, which is a great name, by the way. He's struggling for fitness, but we've picked up another injury. Seri now. The man in question. Well, Babacar's the straight swap, but again, 2 injuries to 2 key players, not ideal. So at half-time, we go 1-0 up. I am very worried about the Seri injury. I don't want him to get injured for a long time. He's been a really key part of how I've played this season. He's played really, really well, and it'd be a shame to lose him for any time. So I'm concerned. Get to the end of the game. I want to see if he's all right. as you can see, on this left-hand side, we are still top of the group. Very tight between Sevilla and Feyenoord, obviously drawing right now. At this point, we will top the group, which is really pleasing. We've not coped like I thought we would. I thought we would struggle in Europe and do well in the league. It turns out we're doing relatively well in both. So the Europa League form has actually surprised me quite a lot, but it pleasantly surprised me. As we're passing it around the back, I don't know if you kept your eye on that, but that's Parma-esque. I guess we'll watch it now in all its glory. Yeah, great. And he's finished it. Oh, okay. Right then. I love watching the 3D. It makes me feel really happy. Oh my god. It's the third injury of the game. So Gertson's the obvious swap. Okay, actually what we're going to do is we're going to switch this around a little bit. We're going to put Salah on the left, so Gertson through the middle and Gomez on the right. But 3 injuries, 3 forced changes to 3 key men. This has been a damaging game. Okay, so Gertson's going forward with it. He's going with pace as well. He's not particularly quick, but he's going down this left-hand side like nobody's business. And they've given a foul. Penalty kick, which is very important. As you can see, Feyenoord now beating Sevilla. If we were to lose this game, we would finish second. If we score here, though, it looks like we're almost certain to finish top. So Gertson, big penalty in the history of Parma. And he puts it away. Lovely shoulder job. I think he missed the last one he took as well, didn't he? Oh, redeemed. Cool, calm, collected. Siggy. I'll think about it. Oh, in the final moments of the game, it's another penalty. Am I going to get to say Siggy Cigar again? Oh, I'm very excited. Siggy steps up. Siggy Sig. I don't know if I like it. Bang! Good penalty as well. Keeper's nowhere. And that should all but bring us to the end of the game, you would think, as we head it forward. There it is, Babacar, with the final touch of the game. Lokomotiv Moscow 1, Parma Drama, as they're affectionately known, 3. A good win, and we top the group, which means our second round game should be a little bit easier than if it had finished second. 2 penalties for Siggy, a goal for Freddie the Dream Gorin. I'm nicknaming everybody. They're going to hate me. So then, next game against Udinese, and we are playing a makeshift team, and the reason for that, injuries and suspension have hit us hard. Milan's injured, Gonzalo's injured, Alberto's injured, Sebastian's injured. Actually, no, Milan's suspended, sorry, and Andre Costa's also injured. So let's see the damage. I do know some of them are worse than others. I guess we'll start with the best bit of news, that Seri is only out for 2 to 3 days with a bruised rib, so he'll be back in no time, probably back for the next game, in fact. Moving along the line a little bit, Pradiga, he's been a really pivotal part of the season. He's not been like a show-off kind of player. He's just been solid and consistent. He's out for 6 weeks, which is a long time, and does put a little bit of a stop to our play. And then finally, probably the worst bit of news we could have got, Gonzalo Martinez, 4 to 5 months, signed one of our best players. Really disappointing. So he's going to be out until, what would that be, April, if that? Such a disappointment, but hopefully he'll come back stronger. I don't know what we're going to do in the window now. We're going to have to try and bring someone in. I wasn't planning on bringing anybody in, but now it looks like a loan deal in a sort of an attacking area will have to happen. Luckily for us, though, obviously we have quite a few players in that area already. Salah, Sigurdsson, Gomez on the bench. We've got Carbonara. You know what? We're not struggling, but one more injury and we're in a world of hurt. Obviously, Honda can play a little bit further forward as well. Today, he has to operate in central midfield. Guarin's playing as a blind playmaker. Milanovic is stepping forward into a ball-winning fielder spot. And our defence is a little bit different to what it normally is. Babacar playing up top. All change at Parma, but let's get into the game then. Fitness is a bit of a concern for a few of the players, but Udinese is a game we should certainly win. Right then, the games begin. They've got Dumbia up front, Bruno Fernandes. I keep going on about Udinese. They're a bit of a sort of bogey team for me. They play very, very good football, and they've got some really nice players. That doesn't mean I want them to score instantly, team. So if we can stop that, that'd be great. Cheers. They're coming forward again, though, on this left-hand side. Gomez as well defensively. Good. So you can see Udinese down in 19th. One of the better sides. I will say, if this is a team that goes down, there are 3 or 4 players of this Udinese team that I would love to sign for Parma. They're coming forward again on this left-hand side. Dumbia inside the area, and it makes you wonder, with a few of the players they've got on display here, how on earth are they 19th? 13 points from 16 games. Obviously, it'll improve if they beat me, but disappointing. You can see from the replay, far too much space, playing with wingers in this game. And Dumbia, it's a great finish, to be fair to him, but we look a little bit organised at the back. Mendes recycling it. Sigurdsson, Honda. A lot of creativity on our side today. Babacar through on goal. Oh, and a lovely finish from Babacar. Let's take a look at it in 3D. You can see here, Honda plays the ball through. Babacar, lovely turn, bursts past the defender, then smashes it home. Lovely finish. Do you like the? I'm going to ask another question to the comment section. Do you like this sort of like 3D element to the replays of the goals? I think it adds a nice little touch, so something I'll probably keep. But yeah, let me know in the comments. So at half time, 1-1. Not too bad. Disappointing goal to concede, but we switched to counter since then, and it seems to be working out a little bit better for us. Makes us a little bit more defensively solid because we're not looking to push on as much. Keep playing the way you have been doing, and I think the result will come. They're on it again. Dumbia in the box. Holberg, Bruno Fernandes, some really talented players in this side. Again, I keep going on about it, but it's such a surprise to me that they're so far down. They seem very threatening on this left side. And Dumbia, that should have been a goal. Good clearance from our defenders, though. They're playing it around really nicely. On this far side, Dumbia now, chance. And he's finished it off. They kept the ball for ages, to be fair to them. And it was only a matter of time before a goal came. Defensively, doesn't look the same. Obviously, it's not the same backline that it usually plays, but I've had to sort of middle around a little bit, change things up. Not ideal. Dumbia, as you can see from the 3D highlight. A couple of deflections, it seems, off the shins of the defender through Moranti. Me and Italian names don't get on. They come forward again, and they've got so much space, it seems. I don't know if our closing down isn't as sharp today. And we've given away a penalty. Mendes, such a disappointment. We've dominated the game statistically. And we've given away silly little mistakes, and they're coming back into it. Much like the game against Juve we had, where we were all over it, really. And we just got undone by silly mistakes. Bruno Fernandes finishes it off. And that's 3-1 Udinese. 10 minutes to go. A little bit late to make changes, maybe. But I'm going to take Guarin off. He's struggling for a bit of fitness. We're going to put Danny Graham up top. Of course we are. Honda playing the midfield. I guess we're going to bring Manaria. We're going to try and stack the midfield a little bit more. It's probably game over. But we may as well go for it. More direct pass. Danny Graham's on. There's rules. So there were 5 or so seconds to wind down in this game. It looks like it's going to be a loss. A brilliant result for Udinese, to be fair to them. But we should have done better in this game. I'm going to just take a little look at the match stats afterwards. See how many clear-cut chances we've had. I'm not sure it was that many. I didn't see that many in the highlights. Let's have a little look. So as you can see there, in terms of clear-cut chances, we created none. Which, frankly, is not good enough. Obviously, didn't have Seri today. Didn't have Martinez. How much did that impact us? Guarin was playing a little bit deeper. Not an ideal situation for us. Got to do better. Siggy playing him behind the striker just didn't work out today. Something wasn't right about it. So we're going to the next game against Roma on the back of a defeat, and Roma's not an easy game. Just before we get to the game against Roma, we've got the draw for the knockout stages. It'll be a while, won't it? It'll be February time by the time we play these. But we've got the draw for the Europa League. Some big teams still in there. Straight away, Rubin Kazan. Is who we've got. I do believe you get to do the next part of the draw as well, so let's get straight into that. Right, so us or Rubin Kazan. Rubin Kazan, decent side, so I mean, not an easy draw. You look at some of the teams that, look at Liverpool, Newcastle, for example, look a little bit easier than Rubin Kazan, if you ask me. Dnipro or Basel. So 2 teams that have applied their trade in the Champions League in the past. A couple of decent sides. Basel, obviously top of the Swiss Super League, which is hardly surprising. Could be a tricky run of fixtures, but there's some big teams left in this competition, and we seem to have avoided the biggest ones of those. So positive. Roma are the opposition today. We're going for something slightly different. Babacar up top, Gomez in behind as the advanced playmaker, Salah on the right, Sigurdsson as an inside forward on the left, Honda in the middle. Then we've got Beldic, would you say? I think it's Milan. We're going to go with Milan. Minari playing in the defensive midfield spots, Elbatazi, Minoz and Milanovic. So the back 3 even is familiar once again. Seri's only really fit enough for the bench, not quite there yet. It'll probably come on as a substitute at some point. Let's see how we get on. Roma the opposition, game on. From their team, quite interesting. Conor Pilanka on the left, Lavezzi up top, Aturbe on the right, Florenzi, Strutman, De Rossi, really solid front 6 that. Then again, if you look at ours, it looks, do you know what, I quite like our front 5. It looks decent. So the first real highlight of note is a Roma attack. And if we concede an early goal, I'm going to be furious because we do it so often. And beware, Sigurdsson with a good tackle. Now, can we find the man in forward? A man in forward. What does that mean? Babacar racing forward now. He's got men ahead of him. Plays it back to Sigurdsson. He's a little bit creative on this right-hand side. Cleared. Will we pick up the loose ball? We will not. And now Lavezzi has a chance to turn and run at us. Oh, dearie me. Lavezzi into the area. Switches it back. It's an up-and-down game so far. And now can we go the other way? Siggy plays it forward, but it doesn't go to anybody. And do you know what? This is the same highlight. They come forward again. Conor Pilanka into the box. We've got to be careful. And they've scored. Up and down highlight, and it ends with a Roma goal. You can see from the 3D we get torn apart, folks. Torn apart. All right, we're only 4 minutes in, and now we've got a chance to attack. Salah's in on goal. He's got to finish it. And then from this chance, they're back in on it. What is going on here? Chance after chance after chance. We've only just started. Well, Salah cut inside there, but he was hauled down. That could be red. Why even stop it? Well, free kick. Gomez is going to whip it in. We've got men in the middle. It doesn't really go to any of them, but Gomez is good from this area. He knocks it all the way back to Manoz. Strange decision. But if we can work it round, Siggy plays it into Babacar. We've got to finish these chances. What is going on? Corner kick. It's a poor corner. Now, as I've just noticed from the league table, we do have a game in hand on a lot of teams ahead of us, but I think losing the last game against Udinese has really set us back, and now Roma's always going to be a tough one to try and win. As they come forward again, it's on the edge of the box, effectively. They're working it very nicely. It's very intricate, and we're nowhere near it. It's a good save, but I'll tell you what, they are going to score again. De Rossi, they've cut inside. It's a good save, but it is coming, and we've got to do something to stop it. Right, we've got a defensive structure. I think that's the only thing at this point we can do to see out the half. Late chance, maybe we can have something. Who knows? Gomez, and as soon as I say that, they get the ball back and they're running forward. Skip to the goal they're about to score. Well, that's... Yep. I don't want to say I called it, but I mean... kind of called it. It's a good first strike. The initial save's very good, but, you know, Football Manager Rebound 2015 has hurt me today. It's a good half-time team talk. We're actually going to go to counter-structured. We're going to have to try and do something to them. I don't know. Seri's coming on, half-time, why not? So Gertson, free kick. Oh, he's at the bar. Oh, if he scores that, we're back in it. Roma come forward again. They are terrorising me. It's a good save, but... again, I feel like if there's going to be another goal in this game, it ain't going to be us. So Gertson with a good clearance. Seri's held up the ball really well, and the layoff wasn't quite there, but Salah's got a chance to break, and he's kicked it against them. Okay, can we recycle it? Strickman with a great challenge, to be fair to him, and now they're in on goal. Maybe Manoz does well to stand it up. It's very back and forth, but it's always in the middle of the pitch. There's not been that many chances on goal that I've seen. I know by the stats it looks like there have been, but I mean, I haven't actually seen many chances. It's just a lot of sort of back and forth action. What a run that is. Oh my word, it almost deserves a goal. I don't want them to get it. Okay, well, 3-0. Just move on. This feels like one of those games that I should have played with a back four. I don't know, maybe there's something to take from this. If a team's playing really pacey wide men, a back four probably seems a lot more sensible, because I'll tell you, this guy, Kono Pilankia, I think that's how you say his name, is absolutely ripping us apart. He's running at us and having shots, and we're not stopping it, and they're 4-0 up. It's a disappointing end to an episode. A good win in Europe, and then 2 league defeats on the trot. We're going to have to, again, we're playing teams that I think are either on par to us or better than us, and we're getting completely undone by them. Something next season has to change. Maybe a new goalkeeper, as daft as that might sound. I should say now, and it's easy to sort of look in retrospect, but Siggy on the left-hand side doesn't work. We won't be doing that again. It's just not working at all. He's got it here. He's probably going to do something great, but he's just so slow. Look how deep he is. Obviously, our wingers are supposed to be flyers. You look how far pushed up Salah is as he gets the ball on this right-hand side. It's just not working out on this left. He's not been part of the game. He's not been involved. Salah with a great little run, and again, not finishing our chances. We've had chances. 3 clear cut. I'm sorry, that's them. 5 clear cut chances. 1 half chance. You'd expect 1 goal from that. Honda's put it in, and we've got ourselves a goal. We're back in it. Game on. Just when it couldn't get any worse, we get an injury. What do we do here? Danny Graham, defensive midfielder, ball winner. Get in there, mate. There could be 1 more goal in this, and I don't think it's going to be ours. Correa gets on the edge of the box. Probably going to get a shot at goal. Florenzi, Lavezzi, it's not looking good. And it's a good save, but I mean, they could have scored 10 today. Sorry, with a lovely little header down. Salah, he's back on it. Maybe another goal. Who knows? Sigurdsson from this right hand side. I'll tell you what, he's useless from that left hand side. Pointless. What a waste of space. Cheers, mate. I know it's only a consolation, but I do want to see it again. It's okay, it should be saved, but it's still a good finish. So as the game winds down, that brings us to the end of the episode, end of the match and the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And from me, Dr. Benji, with love, with care, I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Before I go, I'm streaming all this week on Twitch. I'm doing this evening from about 6:30 onwards, BST. Tomorrow we're doing from the afternoon, so it'll be about a 2 o'clock start, 3 o'clock start. And then again, evening on Thursday, and then probably all day Friday. So if that's the sort of thing you're into, twitch.tv it's below me, twitch.tv/Dr. Benji. Come and hang out. We're starting a new save on an updated database, so it could be something you might enjoy. And if you've never been to a stream before, maybe this could be your first chance to see me in action live. It doesn't always go very well, so if that's a good reason to join in and come and see it, I think. But end the video. This video is far too long anyway, and now you're still talking. Yep, true.